Welcome to our conversation today. I want you to know that we are three professional performers. This is our third try, and maybe we'll get it right this time. But just a bit of comedy at the beginning of what we're going to do today. We just want to say welcome to these moments. We're going to sit down and talk just a little bit about the church and the way things are going. This is amazing. This is unprecedented. This is a pandemic that is upon us, and we are responding in the best way we can. It has been mandated by the state that no groups of 10 or more can gather at any point for any reason, and that has been extended through April 19th. And as long as that is in place, we have got to come up with a way to contact and connect with all of our church folks and remain a church body. So we'll be posting videos. My sermon will be on the website if we can figure out how to do that, and on Facebook, and possibly a YouTube channel in the future. And we'll be doing things like this where we sit down and give you information from time to time. And I brought with me today Dr. Mike Morley. He's going to speak to you about some things on his heart concerning healthcare and the community. And then I brought Terry Mills. He's going to speak to you about some of the nuts and bolts of church and how we can maintain our presence and prepare for those days when we can come back together like the good old days on a Sunday morning, filled with song and smiles and handshakes and hugs. And we sure look forward to those days. But I'd like to ask Dr. Morley if he would just share a few things from his heart with you today.
Thank you, Mark. Greetings from myself and my family. COVID-19 is here. It's in the state, it's in our community, and we are now charged with dealing it as a community. There's no treatment right now for the virus itself. The treatments now are treating your symptoms, or the symptoms of the disease as of right now. But we've been charged by our government and other leaders to try to quell this or slow down the disease process or the disease spreading with social isolation. And that is really our only gun we have against this disease that knows no boundaries at this point, is social isolation, limiting our contacts with other people. It's daunting, it's unnerving. Driving around town coming into work, it's different, it has a different feel to it. But having that feeling and looking around town, it is a good feeling as well, because it means people are doing what they're supposed to be doing. And that, I'm enjoying seeing that. We, as a hospital at AVRMC, we have been following the guidelines strictly, and actually we're ahead of the guidelines by a couple of weeks, as our infectious disease specialists saw this coming a little bit. There are weekly staff meetings with the appropriate people, updating, and daily meetings with the essential small staff, getting the latest updates for what needs to be done in the hospital. They are prepared at this point, as long as people follow the guidelines, which is stay away from each other, large groups greater than 10. We as a society, as a country, are great at coming together with physical things that we see, wars, natural disasters, and ironically, what we're being charged with at this time is to do nothing, to stay away, to isolate ourselves to a degree, and that is very difficult emotionally, And physically. We all have, get great joy in our interactions, our groups, our sporting events, and that has been taken away. But the way we can help and be productive in our society currently and in our community is to follow these guidelines to help minimize the spread of the coronavirus. The anxiety that we feel is normal, and that goes along with this disease process. This process of self-isolating and not knowing exactly what's going on. We get, depending on the TV channel or the Facebook page you're on, you are going to get different ideas and different information about what is going on. With internet access, the best local guidelines that you're going to see are going to come from the Colorado Health Department website or the Otero County Health Department website. And when you watch the news, watch, but be reasonable. When you have a physician saying that we don't have a medicine yet, and there might be a public official saying that there's going to be one soon, you might lean towards listening to the expert on the disease process. I'm not telling you who to listen to, but use common sense when you're listening to this, and talk with others about it. Not inflammatory, not in a mean, spiteful way, but come up with conclusions that are reasonable to yourself, that sound reasonable. What we need is common sense, following guidelines, prudent behavior, and hopefully we can come out of this relatively unscathed. I think it would be unwise to say that the worst has happened yet, but we don't know. And saying we don't know is also one of the things that when you watch TV, or you watch the pundits, you watch our state officials, they're afraid to say I don't know because they want to give answers. And as an American society right now, we want instant results and instant answers. And saying I don't know is sometimes the best thing that can be said, because it doesn't create false hope, and it shouldn't create false fears, because we are having the dialogue about this disease, this virus being spread, and people are working on it. They are truly working 24 hours a day for the betterment of our society and our each individual. On a personal note, I missed seeing everybody last week at church. I look forward to the next time we get together. Maybe we can have an extra long praise session and a celebration as we come back and get to join as a community in this building. This could be an opportunity to, when you are out, this can also be an opportunity to smile, lend a hand to somebody that needs help, and with positive energy and a positive attitude, convey your faith in God, your Christianity, your belief that this is going to be okay at some point, doing the right things. We might be able to bring more people into our church community and our friends by our actions and by responsibility. Like I said, a simple smile goes a long way in this time when people are stressed out and very anxious. Once again, I look forward to the next time we get to see each other in person. And I'll let Mark and Terry talk about other things that our board has and our church has coming up in the future. Take care of yourselves, take care of your family, and stay strong and steadfast in your prayers and your faith.
Thank you, Dr. Morley. Terry, what's on your heart today?
Well, I'm here representing the board, and the board has been active behind the scenes. We have been having board meetings by way of conference calls. The board is concerned about each and every one of you, and concerns about keeping our church together, organized, and moving forward. And so we have organized a small group of individuals that are willing to help each and every one of you in any way you need. We could go pick up groceries for you. We could go to the pharmacist. If you need a ride to the physician or an appointment of some kind, let us know, and we will have some individual come and help you with that. You can be assured that whoever comes to see you or help you with your situation, they are not sick, they don't have a fever, and we don't have any flu symptoms or cold symptoms. We want to take care of you. We don't want to hinder you in any way. Also, we would like to remind everybody that the church still has to pay the utility bills. The church, we need to take care of our pastoral family and make sure that they have enough income, that they are comfortable and able to go about their business as well. And I have some ideas along some lines on what we need to do. So what we have decided to do is in the hallway next to the office where Charlotte is, during office hours, if you want to come by and drop off tithe, you can, or offering, you can do that. We will set up a small table there with offering plate. You can come in and visit, but if you don't want to be in contact with anybody, that will keep that distance and that security for you there. Also, on Sundays, beginning March 22nd and going for as long as this process goes on, I will set up out in front of the church, underneath the front awning. I will be there from 11 o'clock to, or from 11:30, pardon me, I'll be there from 11:30 to 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoons. I figure that some of you are probably need to get out of the house. It'll give you the opportunity to get out of the house, and maybe for Sunday dinner you can call a restaurant. You can go by and pick up dinner, and at the same time you could come by the church, drop off an offering. And also, we don't want you to just think that you just have to drop an offering off, but we are interested in being in contact with you as well. And so if you have a need or a want or need someone to contact you, whenever you drive through, we would like for you to fill out a sheet of paper or a small piece of paper, give us your name, your contact number or email or some way we could be in contact with you. And also tell us what your need is. The group that we have put together will be glad to help you in any way we can. And if you will leave that information with us when you drive through on Sundays, we will get in touch with you and take care of those problems. A few other things that the board has been doing is we are working on streaming the services to you so you can enjoy the services. The pastor and the people with the music will be here at the church, and we'll make that way you will have that availability and be able to participate and have at least some contact with the church. And we as a board are praying for you. We're concerned about you, and we want you to know that we're standing with you and beside you through this whole process.
Thank you, Terry. We are planning to post a sermon for this coming Sunday, and then the following Sunday, if all goes according to plan, we'll be able to possibly stream and maybe even have some worship team in the sanctuary for a Sunday morning. We're working towards that goal, and as soon as we get all the bugs worked out, we'll have that up and running, and that will last through the duration of this season, however long it lasts. And just on a personal note, if you've been to a church the last several weeks or so. I'm just wondering if anybody out there is in need of a little bit of comfort. If you have in need of a little bit of comfort, I have a cat that will curl up on your head. This cat will sleep on your neck. This cat will purr and screech in the middle of the night. And we'll bring that cat by, and that cat will give you all the loving you need through your first pandemic. God bless you through these days, and hang in there. We're going to make it together. This is our first pandemic, and it's going to be our last too. So God bless us all, everyone. Thank you very much.